This is Weeby, and welcome to my VHS movie collection, part 3. Before we start, I think I'm going to take a drink of water here. Okay, this first movie is a continuation of the TV series Gidget in the mid-60s, and her father was played by the actor Don Porter. Next, Paramount Pictures, 1996, movie titled Till There Was You, with Jeanne Tripplehorn, Dylan McDermott, and Sarah Jessica Parker. Next is Touchstone Video, which is Walt Disney Company. And this movie has no title, but I believe it's the early 1990s. And it stars Bill Pullman and Ellen DeGeneres in Mr. Wrong. Next, we have an Orion Pictures production, 1992, with Woody Allen, Blythe Danner, Judy Davis, Mia Farrow, Juliette Lewis, Liam Neeson, and Sidney Pollack in Husbands and Wives. Next, we have 20th Century Fox, and this is 1991, with John Candy, Maureen O'Hara, Ali Sheedy, Anthony Quinn, and James Belushi in Only the Lonely. I like this movie, it's funny. If I can get it, there we go. This next movie is a biography, narrated by Richard Attenborough. It's the life of Princess Di, simply called Diana, Queen of Hearts. This next movie, Touchstone Home Video, stars Elizabeth Perkins, Alan Arkin, Bill Paxton, Diane Lane, Kevin Pollak, Julie Warner, Vincent Spano, and Kimberly Williams in Indian Summer. This next movie is put out by BWE Video. It's a Christmas movie. 19... What is this? Oh, this is the 1990s. And it stars Cynthia Gibb, David James Elliott, and Tom Irwin, and it's called Holiday Affair. This next movie is put out by Unity Entertainment. 1993, stars Jessica Tandy and Charles Durning and Ed Begley Jr. in The Story Lady. This next movie, Paramount Pictures, 1985, with an all-star cast: Eileen Brennan, Tim Curry, Madeline Kahn, Christopher Lloyd, Michael Keaton, Martin Mull, Leslie Ann Warren, in the movie Clue. This is an excellent movie. Next we have a 20th Century Fox 1968 with Maggie Smith, Pamela Franklin, Gordon Jackson, and Celia Johnson, called The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie. Next we have a biography put out by Walt Disney Studios about Walt Disney, titled The Man Behind the Myth. Twentieth Century Fox Studios, 1961, starring Carol Lindley, Jeff Chandler, Eleanor Parker, Mary Astor, Robert Sterling, and Tuesday Weld in Return to Peyton Place. Paramount Pictures, 1954, with Humphrey Bogart, Audrey Hepburn, William Holden in Sabrina. This next one is a masterpiece, a real classic. It's an Alfred Hitchcock presentation put out by Universal Studios. At 1954, starring James Stewart, Grace Kelly, Thelma Ritter, in Rear Window. Next is a Universal picture, 1992, with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman called Far and Away. Next, we have a picture by Columbia. I believe this is the 1990s. But it stars Sean Astin, Lara Flynn Boyle, Peter Dobson, Balthazar Getty, Ricky Lake, James LaGrosse, Dermot Mulrooney, and Will Smith. And the title is Where the Day Takes You. Columbia Pictures Studios. And this is a popular one for Reese Witherspoon. It stars Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Phillippe, and Reese Witherspoon. The title, Cruel Intentions. Columbia Pictures Studios, 1963, starring Warren Beatty, Gene Seberg, Peter Fonda, Kim Hunter, and Gene Hackman in Lilith. Twentieth Century Fox movies. Is there a date on here? Oh, 1976. With Mel Brooks, Marty Feldman, Dom DeLuise, Sid Caesar, Harold Gould, Ron Carey, and Bernadette Peters in Silent Movie. First Look Pictures, 2000, with Judy Davis, Marcia Gay Harden, Lily Taylor, and Juliette Lewis in Gaudy Afternoon. Miramax Pictures, 1994, Andie MacDowell, Liam Neeson in Deception. Touchstone Pictures. This is probably 1990s, with Alicia Witt, Brooke Langton, Johnny Galecki, and Ivan Sergi in Plain Mona Lisa. Turner Home Entertainment, 1989, Lauren Bacall, Charles Durning, Ellen Green, Harry Hamlin, John Mahoney and Marsha Mason in Dinner at 8. This next movie is a classic. Paramount Pictures, 1977. John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, Grease. Okay. York Entertainment, 1999. Casper Van Dien, Carrie Mitchum, Diane Ladd, Robert Mitchum in James Dean, Live Fast, Die Young. This next movie is a romantic comedy. Put out by Locomotion Pictures. It looks like the early 1990s. I don't see a date, but it has Jack Scalia, Kathy Ireland, George Hamilton, Norm Crosby, James Doohan, Brenda Epperson, Elliot Gould, and Katherine Helmond in Amore. Universal Pictures, 2001. This is a famous one. Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, Meet the Parents. Orion Pictures, I believe this is 1980s, with Michael Caine and Ben Kingsley in Without a Clue. Paramount Pictures, 1999. Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Jude Law in The Talented Mr. Ripley. This next movie comes out of Australia, put out by Windstar Video, 1996, and it stars Ben Mendelsohn, Jeremy Sims, John Polson, Deborah Kennedy, Graham Blundell, in the title Idiot Box. And this is John Polson on the cover. This next movie is Touchstone, romantic comedy starring Chris O'Donnell and Drew Barrymore, in the title Mad Love. Twentieth Century Fox. This is a British movie, 1990, with Eric Idle, Robbie Coltrane, and the title Nuns on the Run. This next movie is a British BBC production, 1985, titled Pride and Prejudice with Elizabeth Garvey and David Rintoul. Warner Brothers Studios, 1961. This was actually put out originally by MGM, but it stars Jeffrey Hunter, Rip Torn, Rita Cam, Ron Randall in King of Kings. That's Jeffrey Hunter as Jesus. Warner Brothers, 1988, the biography of James Dean called Forever James Dean. Columbia Pictures, 1985, Sally Field, James Garner, Murphy's Romance. Miramax Studios, Diane Lane, Viggo Mortensen, Liev Schreiber, and Anna Paquin, A Walk on the Moon. Columbia Pictures, 1998, Ione Skye, who is the daughter of the singer Donovan, Jennifer Aniston, and Mackenzie Aston in Dream for an Insomniac. MGM, 1963, Elizabeth Taylor, Robert Burton, or Richard Burton, I'm sorry, Maggie Smith, Rod Taylor, and Louis Jourdan in The VIPs. Prism Entertainment, 1972, Jane Fonda in Henrik Ibsen's A Dollhouse. Twentieth Century Fox, 1967, Patty Duke, Sharon Tate, Barbara Perkins, Paul Burke, Tom Scotty, Martin Milner, Charles Drake, Alex Davion, Lee Grant, and Naomi Stevens in the classic Valley of the Dolls. Warner Brothers, 1973, Gary Grimes, Jerry Hauser, Oliver Conant, and Deborah Winters in the title Class of 44, which is a sequel to the movie Summer of 42. Warner Brothers. Let me see if there's a date on this. I believe it's 1994. Let me check. Yes, 1994, with Robert Duvall, Richard Harris, and Shirley MacLaine, as well as I can't remember her name right now, but the title is Wrestling Ernest Hemingway. This next movie is KLV-TV in Canada. It is a romantic video with Nicholas Campbell, and the title is Champagne for Two. This next movie is a TV series that used to be on CBS, 1997, with Callista Flockhart. And the title is Ally McBeal. I used to like that show. This next movie is a classic. Paramount Pictures, 1968. Olivia Hussey, Leonard Whiting, Milo O'Shea, Michael York, John McHenry, Pat Haywood, Natasha Perry, Robert Stevens in Romeo and Juliet. Very good movie. New Line Home Entertainment. Let's see if there's a date on this. This is the early 90s, I believe. Possibly even late 80s. But it stars Mia Farrow, Joan Plowright, Natasha Richardson in Widow's Peak. This next movie is definitely a classic. Paramount Pictures, 1966, I believe, by Charles Schultz. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Love that cover. And the last movie I'm presenting is put out by Canon Pictures, subsidiary of Warner Brothers, 1987, starring Derek Jacobi, Alec Guinness, Joan Greenwood, Rashawn Seth, and Cyril Cusack in Charles Dickens' Little Dorrit Story. There we go. That's a little bit better. Alright, that's part 3 of my VHS movie collection. Thank you for listening, and I'll do part 4 soon. Thank you again, and hope you had a restful evening, and good night.